Fam, welcome to 35mm color negative film tier list maker. Gotta catch my breath after that intro. And guys, today, we are gonna figure out which 35mm film, well, color negative, is the best. Who am I to judge, right? Who am I to judge? I've only spent thousands, if not hundreds, just thousands of dollars on film over the period of my life. I've been shooting film since I was literally 16. So I've got some experience, guys. And it all involves most of this film. Let's start from the top. All right. What is this? Superior Premium 400. Okay, guys, I haven't used it. So if I haven't used it, we're just going to put it in D. D for now is just I haven't used. Portra 400. Now, guys, Portra 400 is arguably one of the best films you can buy on the market. It's also one of the most expensive ones, right behind Cinestill right here, and right behind Portra 800. Portra 800 is like $1 or $2 more. Portra 400 is gonna run you like $12, $10 to $12, depending if you buy it in the store at for $12, or if you get it on Amazon for $10, you get a better deal on Amazon, which is sad to say. But Portra is renowned for its skin tones, for its aesthetics, for its vibes, for its overall just professional quality. I mean, look, it says professional on it. Like, they're letting you know that more goes into this film. We have to place it. Portra 400 for me, it gets an A tier. It gets an A tier because the cost is pretty high. I only shoot Portra 400 for very important things. I always love the aesthetic. It's always better to overexpose just a little bit. But at the end of the day, the cost sometimes does not justify the means. All right. Lomography 800. Should we be looking at examples? I feel like some examples on screen would look good here. Now, guys, Lomography 800, I was kind of hasty on it, but it's an S tier. Let me explain. Lomography 800 speed film is my favorite film to shoot. It is by far my favorite film. I have always been a Lomography stan, and if you've seen any of my content, you would know that. You know I absolutely love... Wait, I'm looking at this camera. You know I absolutely love Lomography film. It always has character, and I've also noticed that the 800, the Lomo 800, has sort of like a turquoise tint. Like, you see the color of that box? That's kind of the color of the tint you get. And so, like, let me show you one of my favorite shoots I've ever done. This shit right here of Tommy, that's Lomo 800. And I noticed with Lomo 800 that it has like a greenish sort of hue to the whites that look really, really, really nice. On top of that, it's slightly cheaper than Portra 400, only by $1 or $2. Fuji Color C200. I'm going to give it a C, just because I am not a fan of Fuji. I keep looking at this fucking camera. Just because I am not a fan of Fuji Film, personally. Not that big of a fan of it. What the fuck? Dude, when you live by yourself, you hear some weird noises that always freak you out a little bit. Like, they always just like low-key mess with you. Fuji Color C200, I've used it before. I've bought it in the past. I've never been impressed with it. Fujifilm always does really bad if you underexpose it. And it is a good economy film, so I give it a C, not a D. But it's pretty much the lowest on this. It's one of the lowest on this brackets. Absolute trash. Fuji Color Natura 1600. Okay, I'm not going to cap. I've never shot this. I've never seen it. I've never seen photos from it. We're about to see it right now. I would love to shoot this film. I would absolutely love to shoot a 1600 ISO film. That sounds like my dream film. That sounds amazing. Honestly, 1000 ISO would be the perfect film, I think, for all times of day. But I love that Natura is made for nighttime. Like, look at some of these nighttime shots. These look really good. These look really, really good. Like, look at that. Oh, I love that shot of that girl. Like, it's so cool. You see all the city lights. Like, you see her. The grain is just the amount of grain you want on your film. Like, it's nice nighttime grain. Supposedly, you can only really get it in Japan. Like, but look at that grain. That grain just looks trash right there. How much would it be? I don't even know if they make it. How much is it on eBay? Holy shit. Guys, 5 rolls of Natura 1600 for $200. I think it might be discontinued, huh? But you know what? Just off the strength of what it probably would be, I'm actually going to give it a B. Like, I'm going to give it a B. Like, if I was to shoot this film, I'd probably really like it. So it gets a B just off the strength of it. Okay. Kodak Color Plus 200. I hate to say it. I'm going to give it a C. Hold up. Let's do this. I'm going to give it a C. Fuji Color, it just gets a D off the bat. I'm going to give Kodak Color Plus a C because while it does have a lot of saturations in the colors, I would almost always get Kodak Gold. I will always get Kodak Gold before I get Color Plus. Color Plus is my last case scenario. I honestly hate shooting 200 ISO film. I'd rather shoot 400 or 800. But, you know, sometimes you're in a pinch and you got to do what you got to do. You just got to do what you got to do, baby. You know how it do. Let's look at some Color Plus examples. Ooh, look at that. That looks nice. Is that Photoshop? What was that video? I know we just saw a dope video. Can we let's just give this a quick little watchy, right?
Hey guys, certified studio here. I'm Daryl. It's time for another film.
What did he just say? Can someone tell me what Daryl just said?
What's good, guys? Certified studio here. I'm Daryl. It's time for another film photography video.
Daryl, take the marbles out of your mouth, my guy.
What's good, guys? 35 Studio here. I'm Daryl.
What's up, guys? 35 Studio here. I'm Daryl. Look, I've had this problem in the past. All right, let's just skip. All right, we got to put this on HD so we can properly see the results. All right, so Daryl clearly missed focus in the Fuji color, but not in the Color Plus. But as you can see, the Fuji color is darker, more contrasty. Whereas the Color Plus is going to be, it's going to give you that sort of like white haziness that some people really like on their photos. I really love that model and her look and stuff like that. I love the aesthetics here. Really cool. Good model, good styling. Okay. Yo, why does he keep missing focus with the Fuji color? I feel like I'd rather be able to make my photo contrasty than not. Like, everything about the Color Plus is just way better. Way better. Look how much better that is. Look at the skin. A good way to tell difference in films is by the skin, by the clothes. Why does he keep missing focus? See, skin color on the Fuji color doesn't look good. Skin color in the Color Plus looks good. I get it. It's a preference thing. Fuji color, trash. Absolutely trash. Don't even use it. I'm sorry. I'd use it if I had to. But, you know. All right. Ektar 100. I'm going to give it a B. So the reason why I'm giving Ektar 100 a B, well, let's go ahead and just look up let's look up the price, first of all. Actually, we need to look up the price for all this stuff, but forget the other. We'll just start from now. So a 5-pack is $55, so you're looking at about $11 a roll. That's right up there with your Lomography 800 and your Portras. Ektar is definitely a good film. I've shot an expired version of Ektar, and you know, when you shoot expired film, you really can't expect much, but let's just go ahead and look it up. The vibrant, contrasty glory of Ektar. Wow, the Ektar looks nice. A lot of landscape. Wow, look at that. That's nice. Ooh, I like that portrait. Ektar, so from what I've heard is that Ektar is a really famous landscape film with the saturated colors, with the contrast, the detail and the definition. It's really nice for being outdoors with a really deep focal length. Wow, look at that. That looks so good. Ektar gets those windows backgrounds. Yo, it really does. Ektar looks like a background. Like, Ektar looks good, but that's what you get with 100 ISO film shot outside. You're going to get good detail, good clarity. Especially with Ektar, you get that saturation. People love it for landscapes. For portraits and fashion, maybe not so much. Portra 800. Now, this is kind of weird to say, but I've never shot Portra 800, but I've always liked the way it looks. So let's see the price of it. A 3-pack of Portra 800 for $42. So if we're going to go ahead and do some maths there. Oh my God, guys, I can't believe this is so embarrassing. We'll have to do some maths just so we know. 42 divided by 3. Oh my God. $14 a pop. That is more expensive. Portra 100 is more expensive than any other films we have reviewed so far that are still in existence. You can't count the Natura because it's not made anymore. It's at $14 a pop. Now, let's go ahead and look at some photos to see if, it's worth it. I'm not going to lie. Every time I've seen Portra 100 photos, they've always slapped. Oh, my God. That's a slapper. I mean, it's not a good photo, but I'm looking at the aesthetics. Look at that. Like, Portra gives you that soft, glowy, sort of warm highlights. Like, that's why I love the Portra. It has a very nice warmth highlight to it. It feels like the film you want to see. And it's got great color for the skin. It's also got really good grain. I mean, look at this shot right here of this girl. That's really good. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're shooting it outdoors in natural light, so the f-stop's really deep and stuff like that. But her skin looks flawless. Everything looks really nice there. Huge fan. Huge fan. At the end of the day, we just got to do what we got to do. I'm going to give Portra 800 an A only because it's so expensive. It doesn't feel like it's worth it to shoot all the time unless you just got stupid money, then hey, be my guest. But I will never buy Portra 800. I look at it every time I go to the film store, and I never want to buy it because I just don't feel like spending $14 for a roll of film. I'm sorry. I just don't. I get it. If you're like Sam Damshak or you're some poppin', if you're some poppin' photographer on Instagram, you got all this money to spend on film, I would do the same. But I got to save dollars where I can, and so do you, I imagine. If you're wasting your time watching this video, you clearly are not making enough money to be busy to not be watching this video. So don't buy Portra 800 and save your money. Get the color negative lomography instead. Okay, Kodak Ultramax. Controversial opinion. I love Kodak Ultramax. I recently shot a few rolls of it for just some fashion stuff. But let's go ahead. Let's give it the pricing. All right, here we go. A 4-pack for $35. That seems kind of expensive. I feel like I've paid less than that for it. So it's $9 a roll. I like it. You're gonna find this film at Walgreens, at CVS, at Walmart, at Target. This is the film you find there. This film, I don't really know what it's known for, to be honest. Like, I really don't. But let's just go ahead and look up some examples. Look at these colors. So nice. There is a softness to the Ultramax, isn't there? Huh? It kind of seems like there's a nice little glowy softness. Oh, wow. Look at this. Let's check this out real quick. Oh, is it the same guy? 35 Studio. I need to follow this guy. He does good stuff. Wait, let me see if he fixes his voice. Let's see.
What's the guys 35 Studio here? I'm Gab.
And I'm Daryl. Now the left.
Oh, they both do it. They both do it. All right, here we go. Lomo 400, Superia 400, and Ultramax 400. This is a terrible comparison. Let me follow this guy. Nah, dude, this is a good comparison. Bad comparison in the sense that that photo that we saw in the thumbnail is a bad image to show, but I feel like he's gonna have better examples here. Look, guys, it's like I'm freaking Nostradamus. Lomo 400, which is one of my favorite films of all time, looks better than all the rest. I gotta say the Superia, I kind of like the violet undertones, the purple undertones. That is a very Fujifilm thing, purple undertones. Lomo here, the green undertones, and then the Ultramax with just ass tones in general. Actually, kind of brown and ugly looking, to be completely honest. Okay, ooh, look at this. Look at that. The Lomo coming through with the colors. Look at the Lomo. Oh, I love Lomo. Superia, absolute trash. Look at those skin colors. Oh, fuck. Where do we put that? Have we not gotten to it yet? Oh, okay, we haven't gotten to it yet, but we're going to put that in the bottom. I already know that. Damn, I'm using these guys for content. I probably should subscribe, huh? Yeah, look at this. Lomo Superia Ultramax. It's the skin representation on the Superia is just absolute trash. The Ultramax is honestly kind of trash too, but the Lomo is nice. See, guys, this is the difference between professional film and non-professional film. I'm not saying the Lomo is professional film, or any of these are professional films, but that's why they make the distinction between Kodak, Portra saying professional, and these ones, because Portra just has great skin quality and tones. I honestly am surprised how shitty this Superior looks. Oh my god. Oh, is it me, or does Superior just look absolute dog shit? Lomo is interesting, and Ultramax you can get away with, but that is just trash. I give Ultramax an A. I give Ultramax an A rating. Why? Awesome affordability. You can get it anywhere. It is there to save you in a pinch. As you can see, it's clearly better than any other Fujifilm you can get. It's not better than Lomography, which I am not surprised at. Yes, Ultramax, A. Okay, what is this? Fuji ISO 100. I don't think I've ever shot this, and I also don't think it's available here. I've never seen it, but it's also Fujifilm, and it says 24 exposures, so automatically D. Never buy film that's 24 exposures unless you have a very good reason. You're just throwing your money away buying 24 exposures. What is this? 100? I think that's Lomo 100. Yeah, that's Lomo 100. I'm going to give Lomo 100. Let's look up the price first. Let's look up the price. Okay, so here we go. Color negative Lomo ISO 100 3 rolls comes in at a whopping $24 for 3 rolls. So that comes out to a whopping... Well, I could have done the math in my head. It comes down to $8 a roll, slightly cheaper than the Kodak still. However, it is 100 ISO, and I honestly never ever shoot 100 ISO. Why? Because if you're not outside in the sunlight, you pretty much can't use it. If you don't have a flash, even then, it's hard to use. Just 100 speed film just is not appealing to me. It's not multi-purpose. It has a place and time for it. It's gonna, of course, 100 film is gonna be sharp. It's Lomography. It's gonna have contrasty colors. It's a economy roll film, but at the end of the day, and I've shot a lot of 100 speed film. Let's look it up. Ektar 100 versus Lomography 100. Wow, what a comparison. Let's look at this. So Ektar, Lomography. I feel like Ektar's gonna shit on Lomography in this case scenario. All right, we're looking at the grain structure, guys. Let's look at the grain structure. Jesus. Yeah, look at the difference in grain structure between the Ektar and Lomography. The thing about Lomography films is that they're made to have grain. They're not made to be fine grain. Like, they purposely make their films to have character and to give you an aesthetic. But you look at this, Jesus. That is terrible on Lomography side. But I do like it. However, I will just never shoot it. But I love Lomography. I give it a B. Kodak Pro Image 100. I actually think I have an expired roll of Pro Image 100 around. I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to give it a D just because I haven't used it. Lomo 400. All right, you're going to hate me, but S tier. I'm going straight to S tier. Straight to S tier because, guys, Lomo 400 and Lomo 800 are perhaps my favorite rolls of film to shoot. Let's go ahead and look up some Lomo 400 film photos. And I love Lomo 400. I love the way it looks. I love the aesthetic. I love the grain. I love that it's actually 400 ISO, which is a very competitive
Walkie slush.
That was legitness. Yeah.
I think this was shot on Lomo 400. I think. Don't quote me. I'm pretty sure it was. But I do like Lomo 400 100%. So, that being said, actually, no, I don't give it S. I give it A. I give it S. I think S has to be preserved. No, it does deserve an S. I love this film. It gets an S for now. Kodak Gold. I love Kodak Gold. I'm going to be honest. If Kodak Gold was a 400 ISO, it'd be an S automatically. Kodak Gold is one of my favorite films to use for point-and-shoot cameras. Why? Because there's like a warm overtone that looks really nice when a flash hits. So let me try and give an example here. I'm not logged into my other Instagram account, so I can't really show you. But let's look up this. Kodak Gold 200 photos. I don't know. I feel like I always get really... Whoa, that's a tight shot. I feel like I always get really good results. And let's look up the price. We got to be fair. It is coming in at a whopping $25 for a 3-pack. About $8 and some change for a roll. That being said, A tier. But when I look at Gold versus Ultramax, I like Gold a whole lot more. So for that, it gets a B tier. To say that Ultramax is better than Lomo 100 is weird, so it has to be on an even keel. Fujifilm Pro 400. Yeah, it's a whole lot more expensive. Dude, film prices have shot up the last year. Film prices are insane right now. I literally, like camera stores and everyone, you can't even keep film in stock. Everyone's just shooting film right now. No one's buying new digital cameras. My camera guy told me this. No one's buying new digital, and by camera guy, I mean the guy who works a salaried job at a camera store, who sells film and works there every day. He was telling me that if it wasn't for film developing, their shop would have gone under because no one is buying new digital cameras anymore because everyone's so worried about the economy, but also everyone usually has a film camera sitting around. And on top of that, you look way cooler with a film camera than you do with like the newest Sony a7 III. The Fujifilm Pro 400H. This is the one film from Fujifilm that I actually like. The Fujifilm Pro 400H is actually now discontinued immediately. You cannot buy it. They stopped making it. So if you have it, hang on to it. And if you don't have it, well, I guess you won't get it. But let's go ahead and look on Amazon real quick for the price. Let's see who's selling it. $40? Holy shit. They're selling one single roll for $40. That is because this is a newly discontinued film stock. And from my camera guy, he told me it's because to make the emulsion, they're having problems and difficulty getting proper minerals and earth materials to make the emulsion. I give it a B. I probably should have shot it more. I didn't. I don't want to shoot it now, especially now it's $40 a roll. It's also Fujifilm. But you know what? Maybe we should just be nice and give it an A. It is a professional level film, so we'll give it an A for now. Portra 160, I've never shot it. I'm sure it's good, but since I've never shot it, D. Fujifilm Superia Venus 800. Does this even exist? Superia Venus 800. $40 for a roll? $40 again? Let's look at some photos. Meh. 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 Ugh, those are some nasty colors. Ugh. I can see why they discontinued. This film looks trash. Damn. But at the end of the day, it doesn't exist, and it's $400 a roll, and it's Fujifilm. D. You get a D, dog. You get a D. All right. Cinestill 50D film. Now, I like Cinestill. I've only shot one roll in my life. It's worth investigating. Let's see, guys. Ooh. The fun thing about Cinestill is that it's really expensive. And by really expensive, I mean really expensive. It should be about $20. $30. $30 for one roll of film. The reason why Cinestill is so expensive is because it's actually cut, like it says here, it's cut from color negative motion picture film. How they do it? No idea, but they do it. So for price, absolute garbage. For payoff, I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe we need to see more examples. Honestly, I need to see more examples before I make this. Imagine paying $30 for a roll of film and then fucking it up. Damn, if that's Cinestill, that's a nice shot. Good models too. Love the attitude. Oh wow, that's a beautiful shot. But yeah, Cinestill, $30, and it's a 50 ISO. What the hell are you shooting at 50 ISO? You got to be shooting like next to the sun for 50 ISO. Okay, but Cinestill 800T film. Now this I've shot once in my life. I used it for the most epic shoot of my life. $15. Wow. $13. $13. Wow. Oh, plus $4.20 shipping. That's where they get you. $4.20 shipping that film. At the camera store, it's $20. It's $20 at the camera store. And it's 800 ISO, which is nice. And it's made to it purposely looks cinematic. But I am a fan of Cinestill. And when I did one of my proudest shoots I've ever done in my life, when I took this shot, I used 800 speed film. I give Cinestill an S. I give Cinestill 800T an S rating, easy. The price has actually dropped. If the price didn't drop on this, where's the Amazon link? Wait, where the fuck? I have so many tabs open. What was this? I don't know what the fuck that. What was this? We'll keep that open. The fact that it has such a dynamic range that you can push it a lot, that's amazing. The fact that it's come down in price and that it is from Cinema still, or from Cinema stock, easy S. Now, guys, this is all subjective. This is just my opinion. This is my opinion. Off of what I've used in cameras and what I prefer to use and what's available to me here in Washington, D.C. at my film store, this is how I feel. Okay, wait, we still have one more. But you know what? I can already tell you it's trash. We watched a video earlier with the skin tones. We're going to save this. This is where every film in the world lies. I am the judge. I am the jury. I am the final boss of this list. If you think I'm wrong, send me your list. Let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think of my observations. If you think I'm right? Hey, drop a like and subscribe. And you know what? Maybe catch this live stream for yourself. Live.